Hi, design comrades, welcome or welcome back, whichever the case may be. Today, we are going to be reviewing a design done by one of our design comrades, Malik. You should follow him, guys. So, I got the design file from him, and of course, I got permission to make a copy of the design and make changes. So today we are going to be like redesigning this stuff, pointing out obvious errors. This is like a very conventional design, and we're not going to be really doing anything out of the blue. So we're going to be keeping to the style of design using the same color scheme, but yes, just pointing out those little changes that will make your design superb, right? Okay, so first thing first, we're going to create a new frame, a desktop frame, a 1440. Okay, and of course I'm going to set my prototype settings to Surface Pro 8 1440 by 960. I like the tab feeling. Okay, I like to get this tab feeling, right? Okay, so let's just do that. So first thing first, I want to have my layout grid. I'm big on layouts, right? So you see how I did that? So in case we got newbies watching this, right? So first thing first, you just click on the select your frame, then click on the plus layout grid, then click here to change it to column grid. Why? Because we need this, yeah? So it could be row, it could be column, depending on what you're working on. We want the count to be 12. Okay, desktop, of course, desktop. The reason it's 12 because it's divisible by it can be 6, it can be 4, it can be 2, it can be divisible by 2, basically. So right, we want the gutter to be 24, it could be 16, depending on how much spacing you want in your design. I want the margin to be 78. Okay, what I did. Okay, you could actually, okay, let's just say 78, right? So sorry about this. Let's do here now. Okay, bring it back. So we're still going to, maybe we'll look for another image moving forward, but let's work on the tab bar first. So you did this eat well thing. I don't really know what inspired this, right? As the logo, but I mean, it's giving me this. Okay, it's giving me this. I'm not sure vibe, right? 8. I did 40 plus 8. I always do that when I'm just plus 8 to my stuff. Okay, so like I'm thinking we'll reduce the size, scale the size down. Not even it. So like the scales well. We're going to have all of this. Just going to take it here. We'll say the size is 16, or could use 14. Remember I said it's a conventional design, so that's why we are still having the layout like this. I'm going to take the sign up out. Why? Because it's not supposed to be here. Basics, right? I'm going to make all of this. I could make all of this auto layout. So if I want to like make this stuff, normally this stuff is all to be I could make this auto layout by saying Shift A, or just right click and say auto layout. Okay, when you do that, you create turn into a component. And when you do auto layout, you're saying that, okay, let me do 16 plus 8 here. Then make my top and bottom margin, make it 4 depending on how much spacing I want around them, or what exactly I want to do with it. Okay, then I can say, okay, hide the variant. I want that variant to be the secondary color, which is the secondary color. I think this is even primary color, which is like white, which is like red, sorry. Okay, that could be like the hover state and the active state at the same time, right? Still really depending on what you want to do with it. So you just prototype it and say while hovering, okay, dissolve, right? So of course when you do this, always like I can just say, okay, here I want here and here I want to assign a component property to it and say text. The reason I'm doing that, you see, I'll take this out. Now when I call, I don't want this opacity thing. I want it at 100 and I want to be able to control my black. Okay, I'll call this in. When I call this in, the reason I did that component property is so I can change my content from here. So about whatever I type here, it changes here. So it means I can go ahead and delete all of this, knowing that I need home, I need service and contact. I can say service and I can say contact. Now remember, the reason I made this auto layout, another reason auto layout is lovely is because if I say I make this auto layout now and create this, right, whatever I change this to is going to expand. If I say about us here, everything expands. It sustains the gap that's in between, which is 24. Okay, so that's a good one. About us, say about. But also have other stuff like contact, right? Okay, so we get as well increase the spacing to 32 or 40, right? So I go for what is more visually appealing. To be honest, that's what I go with. I just look at it. Is it appealing enough? If it's not, I adjust it. And the reason I took away the sign up from here is because why should sign up be there, right? We could as well have a sign up here, somewhere here. But the thing is, when you're in the sign up page, right, it does not need to show anymore. So there are chances that when you are even in the sign up page, all of your navigation will go away, right? And it's just be left with this and information you need to fill, right? But okay, we'll assume that okay, it will be there. We want to create a frame, an overall frame. A frame that is going to contain more of like a container frame that's going to contain all of this content, including the image here. Okay, create that frame, give it a stroke. When we give it a stroke, we increase the border radius to around 56. Does 56 feel too much? Does it? Something like this. Okay, take it up a little bit. I want it to fit into my tab. Sorry, but I love my tab. Okay, now. Okay, before I even move forward, let me conclude with the tab, this section here, right? Okay, so remember we have this variance here, so you can easily just change to this. But of course, none of them is going to be active because we're going to be in the registration page. What I would suggest in cases like this place might want to be the sign in button. Might say sign in instead of sign up. Right? If you're on the normal page, you can have both sign in and sign up. Okay, now yeah, this is going to give us a for say make this white, reduce the opacity, put the opacity back to 100, make it center of the layer so you can increase the size, can make the border radius just subtle, say 4. Right, depending on how you want it to feel like. It could be 16, it could be 8, it could be 100% rounded, but let's say 8. So we have this. Okay, and we'll bring this here, and we can reduce the opacity of the home screen of the navigation. Just reduce the opacity a little bit, right? Now we have that. So this is my image here. Really, I will just bring it back. I'll bring it back and I'm going to put it inside another frame. And what I'm putting inside another frame is in case we want to prototype this section where we have different images sliding. Okay, now I'm just saying frame this selection here, right? I'm going to give this, instead of giving the image border radius, I'm going to give the frame border radius. When I give the frame the border radius, this is what happens. Nothing is happening. The reason nothing is happening is because the content is not clicked yet. The moment the content is clicked, it conforms to the frame border radius. Okay, now if we make it exact, 56, why not? Like, why not? Say we increase the size. Now increasing the size, now how about you make the content inside scale for both? The constraint scale both ways. So when you increase, both increases, right? So so it could be like this. I mean, like this. Are you getting the vibe? Are you feeling it? No? If not, say increase it like this, like this. The objective of this image is to entice people enough to communicate. It's like you want them to sign up. So whoever is here should be strong enough visual to convince them to wanting to sign up. Okay, so we can do this. We can kill the border radius for this side here. Sorry, this side and this side here. No, like the border radius, nothing, right? So we have this. Okay, I'm getting like it's too much kind of vibe. I'm not feeling it. But like it works, this seems to work. I can increase the borderline of that to 1.5 and reduce the black to make it more subtle. Do you get? Do you get? You understand? Okay, and here, say we want to make this a slider. We could just as well have a white and white and you know, one has to be the active state, one is not, or we could just use everything to be. There are different ways you can do this. You can make this one outline, you can make this one fill, it depends. You can make one, you can change the style of this. One of them should be bigger, another one should be smaller. Depending on what you really want to do. You can make it like this. This is too big. See, I say it's all about having a good eyes for design. Really, I mean, that's what this is. That's what design is. You consistently strive to develop a good eye for design, right? That have it here. Doesn't have to be in the center. This is like one style. You could explore different other style, right? Let's just say, this one's to, this one's to, this one's to be looking good. Remember, it's okay. I think we mistakenly duplicated the frame. All right. Okay. Now we have this. We're already 12 minutes. So we're going 15 minutes, then we're done. Okay. So like, right. Most likely we'll prototype this thing, or maybe not, or maybe we will, maybe not. Okay. Moving forward. So we'll do the welcome to Eat Well. Now the reason I had issue with this is because this welcome to Eat Well is giving me off. This is really not looking like a logo. Maybe you wanted to do a logo with this, but it's my experience of logo design. Right, so in my experience of logo design, this is not really the best approach. I mean, aside the fact that it's making the whole thing look so discomforting, right? So I might suggest we go for black for this text here. I mean, and then make this one here, make it red, ultra and true. Make it red, this black, right? And I saw that you make this stroke thick and this one light. I get what you're trying to do, trying to create tension here. But like, I mean, we could actually reduce it like this, could still keep it like this. Like, you could reduce the size of this. Now it's looking awkward. Okay, what if we make the weight similar, right? I mean, welcome to Get Well. Yeah, it's not still giving me the vibe I'm looking for. Christy, maybe it's beginning to do that. Let's just go ahead and we'll see. We'll see moving forward. Right, so you did this sign up and register thing here, and this is a very UX writing. You're all to like all the time guide the user, hold their hands with your text, with your illustration, with your visuals, with your elements, so they don't get confused at any point in time. I'll increase this your fill to 100% back. I just want to use normal color, normal shades, right? Right. So we have this. Could reduce this to 16. I mean, 16. 8. please register to start ordering your favorite. Register say, the text is feeling too much to me. It's feeling too much. I mean, it could be small, it could be smaller, you could optimize the text better. You could, or kindly enter information. So I know, like, okay, yeah, we're by 15 minutes already. Let's just move on. Okay, so you see what we did here. Try as much as possible to not overuse this. Okay, okay, let me just go ahead. Now here, so what you did here, use rectangle. When you're trying to create an input field, what you do is that you use a frame. Now the reason you use a frame is because you're going to be putting an element. They're going to have child elements, so you don't want to use a rectangle. You're going to be using grouping. It's going to go wrong when you want to create your design system. It's going to go wrong. Okay, create your stroke here. Now stroke, let's make it, so remember we created a frame. Now we gave it a stroke by giving it a border radius of 8, subtle, reducing the opacity of the stroke. We are putting a text inside it. I either drag it and rename it, or I use my Alt key on Windows, Alt key, and just drag it. You see the way my mouse just doubled, the pointer changed, means that it's ready to duplicate. Okay, so you can also try that. So I'll just come here and just type in straight email address. I saw what you did here where you created, there's so much space here. You could use that space to put in icons, right, to better guide the user. And I'm not a big fan of label, especially you don't really need label when you're dealing with little amounts of font, say like 3. You could use icons and use your placeholder and you're good. It's more visually appealing. Like you only use label. I would only recommend label when you're dealing with a long form. This is saying that okay, the user might get to that point again. I want to read it through, and we need a hint to guide him to what is really what is putting in that field is really correct. Okay, you get the gist. So yeah, we'll do this. We'll make it 16. Okay, we'll make the size regular. We'll reduce the opacity. Okay. Now we can call in Iconly. I'm a big fan of Iconly now. I love the way it's curved. I love the way it's structured. I'm a big fan. So we need the message icon. We need the info. We need the profile icon for full name. We also need the lock icon. This is for password. So what I normally do is I'll take them outside and I'll turn all of them into components. So I come here, I say create multiple components, right? So I can now start dragging instances here. So of course we want to do enter full name. Enter full name. Okay, so do this. We make so remember this. I'm trying to stay with eight points multiple. Like multiply by 8 by 8 by 8. So I might make this 56, right? Then I might make this 24. Sorry, my distance was not on. My constraint proportion was not on. Let me put 24. When your constraint proportion is on, it adjusts the size in both the height and the width, right? 24. Let's look at this. So yeah, so whenever your icon is breaking like this, you just need to refresh your preview. You need to refresh your preview. Okay, so yeah, now we can say enter full name. The sizing, say 16 top, 15 bottom. Okay, the reason it's accurate both sides is because it's well measured. This is like 16 plus 8 plus this 16 plus 8, that's 24. Then I now made this one here. If you do 24 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 to get it to 56, right? So here, the same thing, 24. So if you do all of that, my grade is always on point. So that way, I don't mess up. So you can make this lighter. You can actually make it the same shade of this. Okay, so this is like me I'm not taking a color class. I'm just trying to be as consistent as possible with my visuals. So this is right, but it's important you make your text, your elements subtle especially fields like this. Make it subtle, not sharp, black. By throwing us off, I'm going to throw everybody off. I'm going to make everybody like to pin there. It's not going to be good visual hierarchy. Your designs will not be visually interesting. To just be okay. Yeah, so you can turn this into components now, and just duplicate Ultra and Throw and make it 16. You can make it auto layout too. So the reason you make it auto layout is so you can easily just swap between them. And remember what we always do. We create a component property, text component property, so we can easily just change it here and say email address. Here we did it in the master component, so it will reflect everywhere. Take note, password. So 30 minutes, we are done. Then here, let's say we just now we can now be changing the components. So we change this to email address, message. Sorry, that's what the icon name is. Block. So it's always advisable that when you're arranging your layouts, you can say slash. You can say icon slash. If it's field, you say field slash. Now, when you do this way, you stand the chance of organizing your icons, your assets well. Okay, that way you can easily locate them. That's a pro tip there. That's a pro tip. All right, this is still giving me I'm not sure yet. So 24. I was 24. So it's not looking bad. We can easily just drag this guy down here and use it as our. We can make it 56. And make it as our sign off. Now at this point, it's okay to make your this thing capital. No, it could be capital letter. It's okay if you want to make it capital letter. It's very much okay. Make it semi-bold or medium. I mean, are you getting the vibes? Are you getting the gist? I wonder why our image is not loading. So we reload the preview again. Okay. While we wait for that, let me make sure my image and point. Okay, they're on point. They're all inside the frame. Alright. I think basically that's what it is. And what you did here is interesting, but the size is not just there. Or your implementation rather is just wrong. We could also use this, but maybe use it like this. I mean, it's really unnecessary. It's just so unnecessary. You could implement it better. Maybe not. Maybe pick one of this or one of this and just use it. But I just find it to be so unnecessary. So I'm most likely going to take it away. Right? I'm going to take it away from the composition. Or just keep it aside and hope something drops on us. We implement it better next time. Then something else you did that I really like, that I like a lot, is what you did here. Now look at this. I like what you did here. This or continue with, and you used auto layout here brilliantly, and that's amazing. See, you did good. You did really good. I'll take this here. Yeah. I'll use the elements. I'll use this or I'll make it subtle. I'll copy that 8181. I'll use it here too. Use it here too. Or continue with. I'm only thinking I'll make the or sharper. I mean, this also can even be in a square, depending on the implementation. Could be. So say 50 and spacing here could be 40 since this is 24. Don't push this up a little bit. And the reason why I'm trying to do that is so we can have space for our social media icons. The implementation here is interesting, right? Or this. So it means that we most likely will have to. Something is not right. I mean, something is just wrong. I know. We increase this to 32. 32. Right? Then bring this down a little bit, increase it down a little bit. And this here, I mean, my approach to this was, okay, what if we frame it? What if we frame them? Right? I mean, frame them or auto layout them. Let's use auto layout. Auto layout each and every one of them. Then give them the stroke. Then reduce, give it the 100% border radius. Then reduce the opacity for the stroke. And then can control element of insert, not like size it here. So and allow the stroke to be 52 is not a bad size. It's not a bad size, say it of it. I'm considering 6. 6, make it center. Yeah, element is in the center. I'm having like this. We might as well invert everything, but if we invert it and say we want to make it sort of icon has, it's not, the icon is not pure, right? So alternatively we could have I mean, or we could actually just leave it like that. But yo, the implementation was pretty legit. That's all. That was awesome. So yeah, we did this. Alright, leave it here. Continue with nice one. I think it like that. So if you enter this child element here and just like that. Yeah. I mean, this is good. And we have something like this compared to what it was instead of this. I mean, these elements are not still yet. I'm not still feeling it. So I just enter the master frame here and say attempts to wanting to rework it. Okay, first thing first, I want to reduce the opacity and see how it feels like. Now, when you are using the opacity of elements, remember the principle of accessibility, or consider accessibility. You don't want people to strain too much to see your elements, right? So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I wonder why this element is darker than others. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I found out why. Okay. So 1.2. I mean, I'm feeling it's more like it now, more like it. Okay. So this space is actually, the spacing here is too much. This is the part where you can now say you want to reduce it a little bit and flex with this element you already have here, but at the same time, I don't think it's worth it. It's not even giving at all. I mean, you could play around. And speaking of enter full name, really, database, it's not, developers will actually prefer you to have first name and last name. It's easier for them to lay that out in the database. So entering full name is not really what you might want to consider. You might want to be doing instead. Then already register. This already register stuff, right? Is say it's always decide after the sign up. I mean, this all here can come down. It's always after the sign up, right? Okay, but cases like this, it's actually down, right? Put down. Pretty legit. Be down. Down. Yeah, it could be down. Save my upper. Continue. So it's giving. Say 4. I mean, so yeah, but like you might have to like make this either auto layout or imagine right. Like go home would either be here, right? Or like when you want to create a navigation somewhere around here to tell them to go back home, something, right? And to show consistent color there, consistent action color. Change this right up here. So create account. Yeah, I'm going to change your picture. I think photography can be better. Kind of like use. Oh, but this is talent agency website, an award-winning website. So I beg you, stop my TikTok. It's not what you think. Okay. See, color. Let's look for a border for the image. Does not look bad. So look bad. Now come here, copy it, back to here, paste it, and I'm fine. I am very much fine. Very much. Oh, you could use another image. I'll show you better images. Yeah, better images. If you want to, create a very sweet got that here. So let me close down. Right. I mean, what are we saying? What are we saying that we're not saying? There's so much I can do here. Like, there's so much I can do here. So, like, say we take that back now. How about to remove something has stroke somewhere? If the image has stroke, remove the stroke and the drop shadow. Okay. This is supposed to be inside element, but it's not inside. Put it inside. See. Okay. Now, like, have this literally. You stay consistent with this style and use lighter images, and create a shadow from, like, let it come out from the x-axis. The x-axis, make it subtle, like, make it subtle. Okay, I'm already entering my zone. I don't like it, but I'm going to sleep here if I continue. I mean, you could do this, then make this stroke around, just something not too obvious. You could even take it out. I don't know. What do you think? No, we need better contrast here. Let's try another option. Say it. Oh, I mean, the white is really giving me. Like, I wish I could actually do something with this. We can. we can actually. You even put that shadow. It's not in the image. Frame. Yes, it's in the frame. Let's give the frame a feel. Sure. I mean, I'm still thinking about it. I'm not sure. Like, how should it be? How should it not be? But okay. Let's change this image. Very much so. Let's change the image. Say something like this. Don't sign up. Don't sign up. Don't sign up. Don't sign up. When you're doing images like this, it depends on how you do it. You could as well even make this. Now, I've actually concluded. I've made my decision. By making this 56 all-rounder, it gives me a better feel about this page. It does. And you see it. What did you think? Tell me what you think. Image is loading. You need to push slow. It's heavy. Not like heavy. Internet is slow. Actually, not the image. Like, I spend a lot of time sorting for images. This is free pick, by the way, in case you want to show yourself. Yeah, so the gist is that we can actually use multiple images. Really. I'm going to download this. I'm going to use this. I like the spacing around. Okay. And that's really what I want to do this. The overflow. Or we could as well just use something like that and make it, slide through. Make it just slide through. To be a slide through. Guys, my internet is messing up. Or just copy the image, low quality like that. Paste it here. Okay, right there is truly messed up. Thank God for my backups. I just switched to my MTN. I'm going to cut all of this part out. Alright, we are back. Internet is back. So I prefer this style here compared to the other one. And you might as well want to do an overlay. Right? And in case you want to put the text here on this part here, just make it white. Use here to welcome them, and you keep here strictly on just register to it well. Right? No, you could do this. Actually, you could actually do this. Keep here to welcome, and just have your text here. This is pretty conventional, guys. Pretty conventional. Have the text here. This could be like welcome to blah blah blah. We took this here. We put here. Right. And remember, we had a frame here, so now we can actually have an overlay comfortably inside here. Comfortably have an overlay. Just immediately have that That you just make it linear. Switch all of this down a little bit. Right. Me style size 16. This is pretty much it. This is pretty much it. 68. Come. It might be too big. Too big. This one set is too big. It's 4. 4 works for me. What's it? I mean, you see what we're doing here? We're doing great things. But like, say now you now remove the stroke. Even when you remove the stroke now, feels good. Feels good. Feels good. But at the same time, it can be better. So guys, just learn what you get to learn. From here, this is not giving me. It's not appealing enough. I mean, it's where. I don't know. It's a great account. I mean, have this. If this is truly the logo you want to put, then put the logo there. It's somewhere there. I feel like lay emphasis on the logo. And if it makes you sleep well, do it. Alright. You know? Good. Take this one. Okay. Yeah. One, two. It doesn't have to be a count. Shit. Okay, wait. Put the count. Right? So now you can come here now and make all of this now. Auto layout. See, it's okay if you auto layout this, you auto layout this differently. So you can control the spacing of this. Then you auto layout this and this differently. Then you auto layout this differently. Then you auto layout this differently. So then you auto layout all of this together. You can control the spacing and enter control that spacing. So like that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's all to be. So 16 now everything you can now see. Okay. Let me follow my grid. Everything follow my spacing. Kini 16, and then you're fine. You're very fine. Very fine. Very fine. Very fine. Very fine. Okay. So this is centered. Is it? It is. From here, make this capital letter. I mean, okay, so back to this here. If this is truly your, if you want to still lay emphasis on your primary color, it's okay if you make this red. You know, create account. It's really okay if you make it red, right? Just make sure other texts are like it's not. Just make sure you don't do it too much. Make sure you don't do it too much. It's okay if you make it red, right? Create account, right? Correction here. Create account. All right. So guys, I mean, if this is his logo, this is his logo. But like, I have issue with it. My experience of logo design, I have issue with it. Alright. Alright now. Thank you so much for your time. And again, it's okay if you so remember our auto layout talk. You can make it auto layout, make it 8, the spacing, make it this, auto layout, make it 4. Right? So now it's okay if you now put all of this into a frame or auto layout. However you want to do it. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Bye. All right. Thank you for watching, and I hope to review more of your designs in the future. Mhm.